What's up guys, welcome back to another video. In this one we are going to do another tier ranking list in hockey fashion. Now last one, click the card if you didn't see it, we ranked NHL teams based on how much I like them or dislike them. Today we are going to do the same thing but with EA Sports NHL video games, okay? EA only, no 2K because I don't really have too much experience with that, and I think we just want to focus on the EA franchise first and foremost. Maybe we could expand this to a big overall hockey ranking, but right now we're just going to stick with what I know best, the EA Sports NHL franchise. So as you can see here, I've set up my template, and as always, the link for this template so you can make your own is in the description. Be sure to do so after this video and tweet it at me or send me a Discord or DM me on Instagram. Whatever, I want to see what you guys think as well. All right, so we have from NHL 2000 with Owen Nolan and the San Jose Sharks on the cover, all the way up to NHL 19. All right, so every year they put out a game for better or worse, and here we are going to rank them. All right, so starting off from, let's go chronologically from 2001 up until today. So 2001, I haven't had much experience playing with it. I played NHL 98 on the N64, and then I think I had a few gap years. So 2001 I don't have too much experience with, and just based on that, I'm gonna put it not in the unplayable, in the meh column. All right, 2002, kind of a similar story. Don't think it was bad, don't think it was great either. We'll just put it in meh. Yeah, so in 03, again, I played it a little bit. Skating was kind of weird. I think that was the biggest thing. I don't know. I mean, the modes, were there. Again, these are yearly iterations, so there wasn't too much change from 01 to 03. I think it's a tier lower than 02 and 01 just because of the skating. I didn't really like it too much, so I'll put 03 in the bad. All right, so 04 is really when I started enjoying NHL video games. I love just like putting the computer on easy and just slapping them like 38-0 with my favorite player. Danny Heatley on the cover. This one was a little bit controversial because of the Danny Heatley car accident. I think it changed to Joe Sakic and maybe somebody else at one point. But I really liked NHL 2004. I don't think it was an amazing game because compared to now, it doesn't have any online features or anything. But you know what? I had a great time with 04. It was pretty good. 05, similar story. I think I played 05 mostly on PC. Again, gameplay is pretty similar to 04, but just me personally didn't have as much of an attachment to 05 as I did 04. It wasn't bad, it was just meh. So here we go. Now we get into my bread and butter. And 06 was by far my favorite game. I put the most hours in NHL 06. I had the most fun with it. I would create my own real life hockey team, my minor hockey team, and create every single player, put them into a dynasty mode called the Las Vegas Gamblers, foreshadowing, of course, predicting the Las Vegas Golden Knights entering the league. So, NHL 06, it was one of the greatest NHL video games of all time to me, so I got to put it at GOAT status. I believe NHL 07 was the first year that they had the stick shooting. So Ovi was on the cover too, that really helped, and the Deeks were insane. From 06 as well, that's why I loved 06, but 07 was good. I didn't have as good an experience with it though as I did 06, so I'll give 07 a pretty good. I think I'm starting to see a trend here that none of the early games were really terrible. Over time, I feel like the series has gotten worse. It's slowly recovering now, I think, but the next year, 08, again, it was like, I liked it, but I didn't love it. I didn't really put much time into this one. This is kind of my gap where I went from like 06, 07 and didn't play it. 08 until about NHL 12. So, I just got to give it a meh at this point. All right, so 09 had Dion Phaneuf on the cover, so already that's bad news, Bears. I believe 09 was the first year it had ESHL, though. So that's a plus. So, you know what? Just because of that, that kind of offsets the Dion on the cover. So we'll put 09 at pretty good. All right, back-to-back Blackhawks covers. NHL 10, Patty Kane. Again, this was a very good game, very solid game, similar to 09. I think a little bit better, not amazing though. So I'll keep this one at pretty good. NHL 11, again, like NHL 10, NHL 9, 10, 11, even 12 kind of blend into each other a little bit. I honestly had very little experience with NHL 11. I don't think it was bad per se. I think it was probably on par with most of the other games. NHL 12 is, again, when I started getting into it. I picked up NHL 12. It was like $10 DB games or something, just to see what the heck NHL games were like, since I just stopped playing around 07, 08. And I absolutely loved it, man. I had a blast. And this is the game that kind of got me back into NHL. So I automatically, it's got to be upper tier. I'm not going to give it amazing because I didn't put too much time to this game, but from what I did see, I really enjoyed the gameplay. So NHL 12 is pretty good. All right, so NHL 13, here's where we get to elite status games. NHL 13, I had an absolute blast playing Hockey Ultimate Team, ESHL. I played it all, Be a Pro even. Like, I grinded offline modes as well as on. They had NHL Moments Live, even though they were kind of rough around the edges. The concept was great. And I think they should add something similar back in future iterations just to make it, you know, like MLB does kind of. NHL 13, there's a lot I loved about this game. Put a ton of hours into it. To me, it was an amazing game. All right, here's the other game that I really, really have to give props to, NHL 14. Besides the fact that they had that incredibly terrible, useless NHL 94 anniversary mode or whatever that nobody ever played, this was still one of the greatest NHL games of all time. The gameplay was nuts in a good way. The skating was awesome. The deeks were incredible, and like the glitches is just so hilarious. I feel like the community as a whole was at its peak around NHL 14. I wasn't really in it too much. I was creating anyways, but I mean, from what I gathered just playing this game, ESHL, Hockey Ultimate Team, all that stuff, I actually spent money on this game, like packs of my own money on NHL 14. I loved it so much. So that tells you something. NHL 14 is another GOAT status NHL game. And that's where the good ends for this series, I think. NHL 15, I think we all know where this one's going. They moved onto the next-gen consoles. This is the first game on PS4, obviously. We were all so excited. We're thinking, Frostbite. More Be a Pro. Expanded GM Connected. EASHL! You got none of them. I mean, I think it was fair of us to expect maybe one, if not two of those features. How about none? How about zero of those features? My God, NHL took a turn for a worst in NHL 15. Poor Patrice Bergeron on that cover, man. This game was unplayable. 16, I mean, 16 wasn't much better, honestly. I don't think I really had a good time playing 16 either. I mean, they scraped ESHL together in 16. Hockey Ultimate Team, I mean, I didn't really play this game too much. This was like when I first started creating content, NHL 16, you know, not a lot to work with. So the gameplay wasn't that great. Not a lot there. They were just kind of filling in holes that were left in NHL 15. And you know what, NHL 16 was pretty awful. So NHL 17 actually took a pretty big step forward. I mean, they added that new World Cup of Hockey mode, which is interesting, I guess. They had those jerseys, which was cool. The new white interface, I think, was introduced in NHL 17, and that looked actually pretty clean. I think they also had, I'm not sure if the pack animations were still cool in 17 with the exploding pack, whether it was 16 or 17, but you know what? The gameplay for 17 was actually pretty solid. ESHL was kind of finally figured out a little bit. At least they didn't have the dressing room errors as they did in 19. I actually really enjoyed 17, so I'm gonna put it in pretty good. All right, so 18. Now this is interesting because like this was when I was, you know, in my prime creating content. I mean, I was a game changer for NHL 18, and yeah, I even streamed the launch of this game to help promote it. And off the bat, it was good, but the thing, I mean, my bread and butter game mode is Hockey Ultimate Team, and what the Hut team did to 18 in the market in terms of just shotgunning an insane amount of content throughout the year, like a ridiculous amount of cards. Cards were 99 before Christmas. Like, it was craziness. And to destroy the mode that I love like that, I mean, I can't really give NHL 18 much credit. So I didn't enjoy 18 at all. I think it was pretty bad. And here we are in 2019 with NHL 19. PK Subban on the cover. and you know, they added the new ones mode and all that. I've been enjoying this game. I mean, I'm still making content about it to this day, and I mean, I'm still putting in hours, and I think I've actually gotten pretty good at the game. I think this is like the best I've ever been at an NHL video game, is NHL 19. So I mean, I wouldn't be playing this game if I didn't really enjoy it. You know what, I actually did enjoy it. There have been a ton of issues, don't get me wrong. They pretty much released a half-finished game, and they tuned it like crazy, added so many patches based on feedback, which it's good to interact with the community, but at the same time, I mean, you should probably get most of your feedback and iron out a lot of the issues with the game during the beta, because that's what it's for, and definitely before launch. So I mean, NHL 19 had a lot of issues. I'm not going to say it was a terrible game by any means. The content that they released was pretty good, and overall, I think this game was pretty good. So there you have it. Honestly, I guess it was more generous than I would have expected. I mean, there have been a few terrible years for NHL, and especially recently, but I mean, I think they've slowly started to recover with NHL 19, so hopefully they make steps forward with 20. But I mean, man, oh man, we really need to get back to the feature set days of NHL 14, NHL 06. Combine all of that, all the crazy deeks, all of the GM connected. I mean, I wouldn't play personally, but it's such a cool feature that if done right, it could be a game changer for the NHL franchise. Let me know if you agree, disagree in the comments below, and once again, hit up the link in the description to make your own tiers, and tweet it, Instagram, DM, send me on Discord, whatever. I want to know your thoughts. With NHL 20 about 3 or 4 months away, I'd say it's pretty fair to be able to review NHL 19 at this point, and put it in the pretty good column for me. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Again, thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any other ideas, any other tiers, if you guys make something, you guys can come on this site and make your own tiers, and then you know, send it to me and I might make a video out of it. All right, so thanks for tuning in once again. Drop a like on the video if you've enjoyed, subscribe for more, and until next one, guys, I'll see you then.